Alright, let's get it.
Something we've only seen less than a handful of times since this franchise was born back in the 90s, and that's Jacksonville hosting in the playoffs as we welcome you to TIAA Bank Field. Straight ahead, it's Wild Card Weekend, and we've got a great one in store between the Cleveland Browns and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The battle for the Lamar Hunt Trophy begins as we're underway in this AFC wildcard game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Thanks, May. Thanks. Thanks, May. Instead of fighting, let me just hide.
Oh, I see him.
They'll start on the ground. ETN.
211.
Give him 3 there on the first play of the game, and it's second down.
But that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
That's how to group up and then you don't do shit.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. They'll get this out to the flat for ETN. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll be 3rd down.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he will have a Jaguars first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
That was a TD.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. ETN up the middle. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground.
Come on, bro. Where is everybody?
6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. On 3rd
down.
Oh,
my God. That guy got to get off of me, son. You're trash.
This one taken in by the former Baylor Bear, Jalen Hurd. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. That's a 3rd down conversion, 24 yards there. Nice play. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34. On the counter, ETN. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, second and 2.
Just pulled up at the gas station.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
I see this nigga.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And that is
there ain't no way, bro. You gotta stop.
Force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on.
It's fucking
Might
man.
be somebody else. Might be somebody else.
The defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That'll allow him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely. Frees up your guys elsewhere.
Oh, I know you did not die, bro. Yeah.
Oh, you gotta be kidding. I gotta highball that.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
I can't pick you up. I don't think so, OG.
I took one of their Icarus. That's about it. See what I got.
And they'll try and throw forward with Lawrence. He's going to have his running back. It's complete.
You have your
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
Wow, I accidentally marked that dude.
How did I hear
still
more
think
than
like
the
somebody up. Oh, he's
Bitch.
up. He's for sure up.
What the fuck you shoot me for?
He's for sure up. They're up.
So
No,
this
fuck that.
offense
Listen,
able to
stay
convert
down
on
here.
4th. And now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. From the red zone now. They'll look to throw. Got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram from 19 yards away. And the Jaguars will strike first here in this wild card matchup. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0.
They have to come down
To the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25.
No, like a 2 or 3 play.
Watson and the Browns now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
No!
Here's Watson.
Man, fuck our life, bro. Oh, if that faggot.
Are you serious? What are you gonna call PI? What are you gonna call
It was
that
over.
fucking trash ass pass? Come on, bro.
Is gonna move the ball well
Look at this
downfield.
Naruto ass nigga. I'm tired of these niggas, bro.
So the yellow flag came out, and that
Fucking
leads to a
Naruto
new set of
faggot.
downs
Okay,
for
wait
this
till I get
offense.
some
1st and 10. Now Chubb running right. And a very determined run there
bro.
as he'll
Just
take
throw that
this
shit
all
up.
the way down to the
Man, gonna
27.
reward
Good
you.
effort. It's a
Come
gain
on
of 10, and the
with the
Browns are going to get a first down. They run it again with Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Shaquille Griffin in on the stop defensively. Defensively, they had that one pretty well figured out.
Yeah, and one of the things about this play, it can be even more effective when you run a lot of motion, and there's plenty of times you don't hand it off.
Yeah, these doors are open. They came this way.
To throw on 2nd and 6.
Yeah.
Watson. Into a
Yes,
double
sir.
team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by
Give me my fucking ball,
Cisco.
bro.
And the Jags are going to get the football back at their own 17.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. They go play action with Lawrence. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone.
I see him
and
right
there was
at the
good
wall.
coverage there that forced the incompletion.
No, yeah, they're like right in front of you, bro. Right in front of you. To your left a little bit.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Lawrence will throw. Open man is heard. It's complete. And he is going to have a Jags first
Top of roof,
down
top of
as
roof,
they're
top of
able
roof,
to
top
get
of
the
roof.
3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first
Got him.
drive and comes right back and He's flinging it around really well here.
Is there another guy? Is that guy?
To pick up the first down. You kind of just feel laser focus and confidence about him. And I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
You can always go back to that UAV.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Play action. It's Lawrence. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
You ask tight ends about their favorite routes to run, and surprisingly, this will pop up as one of their staples because they run so many routes in the middle of the field. How about this one? Starts downfield, bends it to the corner. Great touch on the football, and they turn that one into a big play.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Lawrence finding and they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 21. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
What? That's a... Bruh, he did not just jump up. Stop it. That's a TD.
Because it seemed like things were headed for the
just
red zone.
hoeing now.
But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Back to the ground with Etienne. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
They just threw a fucking
pretty good little
touchdown,
2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now Lawrence. And he can't find anywhere to go with it.
Man.
He goes down. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Nothing.
Patterson's kick is good. So another scoring drive there, Charles, and an early 2-score lead.
You'd like the 6 there, partner, but you'll take the 3. And I think they have to be happy by the way they moved the ball in these first 2 drives. They have to feel good about their opportunities the rest of the game.
Anthony Schwartz going to bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Browns drive about to get started. They find themselves down 10-0 early after the interception on their opening drive led to a field goal.
So now they've got to pick up the mantle a little bit. You mentioned the team's down 10.
You gotta be kidding. That's a pick again.
How are they going to get their
so
team
bad
back into this ball game?
God.
Run the offense that you think is going to be effective and execute it at a high level. Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. They go up the middle with Chubb. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back in their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on second down.
They go with Chubb on second down. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Two minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. On second down and 4.
Give me that shit.
Trying to set up the screen, and it's
Fucking
intercepted.
scrub. Get out of here.
Picked up by Foyesade American. The 20, 10. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Patterson now for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 17-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returned.
Get all
it's
that.
Touchback.
All that running the ball to throw that
25.
fucking pick six. Now what are you going to do for it?
The Browns drive about to get started. And job one here, Charles, just
die
keep
off of
possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
Now he don't got X factor.
He's
He
going
gonna
to
do
be
nothing.
stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
Throwing on third down, Watson. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game. The coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away.
Oh, my gosh.
Out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
Taking this game early? Yeah, this game over with.
I have mine too. Even though I can't use it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added onto their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game. but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, but we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
From the 41, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
Yeah.
They go play action now. Lawrence sliding out of the pocket. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side.
Ooh.
It's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
So
that should have been
2nd
picked, though.
and 10 after
Can't
the
even say nothing
incompletion
about
on
that.
first down.
I meant this gas station to fill up real quick.
Oh my God.
That's open.
This pass complete to Melton. He'll get this one down
Good
near
shit.
the 20-yard line. Just shy of
he
the
got
20.
me.
Now the
I should have
Jags will
been
use the
touchdown. I gotta
second
run
of their
straight to him.
timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
I got one TO. Got me.
Now
No, we
Lawrence
don't,
on
actually.
first down. And that is caught.
I don't think I got my feet in.
Jacksonville.
That's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish
Oh, I
things
did.
off.
Yeah,
shit.
able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook.
shoot 'em off first.
But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the
All right.
football out to the 25.
There's 3 of them. Yeah. There's right here.
The Browns drive about to get started. And with only
Just
9
you inside
seconds
zone.
remaining, well, not much
Nope.
time. We'll see how
Okay.
they play this.
Shouldn't even take 2 bullets.
Watson on first down.
Wow. I don't have the lock
And
on.
there is
No
Amari
swat.
Cooper, his
Why would-
first catch.
No
And
swat.
there's
Literally
4
playing
seconds
full
left in
lock
this
on
first
this.
half. A timeout call.
Guys, the camera to her, like, come on.
All right, over there. We need one more. Another pick
The
here.
final shot before the break. Watson.
Out of
And the
bounds?
throw left sideline here is
Doesn't matter.
caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. So we're at halftime of this AFC wildcard matchup as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both teams try to avoid being one and done in these playoffs as we start the second half of this AFC wildcard game. Here's Schwartz bringing it out of the end zone. And in
Gotta be a
hindsight,
hit stick
probably
cross
should
and
have
we need
taken a
fumbles.
knee as he
I need
only
more.
gets this out to the 16-yard
Well, I guess I can't really
line.
score more, can I? It's 28.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The Browns drive about to get started. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity.
PA to just run.
Now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room.
Is that going to be a PI, bro?
It'll be an important one for them to get a little jolt of
Roughing
confidence moving
passer?
forward.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push.
Should have been a
of the
pick.
season.
He's
You
literally
can't afford to
just
get your
throwing
quarterback
the
hurt before
ball.
the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
Now a first down throw, Watson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Throwing again is Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here.
God, that's
And that will be incomplete. Trying to dive
Bro,
the long
what is
way
he
out
doing?
there, but it'll be third down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today,
He
partner,
actually
because
did.
they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Out of the gun, Watson.
Oh, that's not a pick, Griffin? Griffin!
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I guess good throw.
We talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
Again, it's Watson. Right back to Cooper, and he got him again. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very
Hopefully he
well
scores
because
so I
it was a
can
drag
score again.
route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked
See
straight
what
across the
happens.
field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Looking to throw again on second down. Watson, he's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be
Like,
incomplete.
what?
Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Oh, man,
There's
what
another
is
stat.
going
One of the
on?
league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
Seventh play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Here's Watson. Throw left side complete. That's Hunt. And he is going to have a Browns first down.
This guy, this is a funny guy. He is definitely.
I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Give me that shit.
Now Watson throws another interception. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jaguars force the turnover. They'll take over at the 10.
Well, I think everyone who's watching was certainly hoping to see things get a little bit better for them in this half, weren't we? But it was a downright miserable first half that's carried over with an interception to begin the second half. That's a defeated offense right there, and there's still a lot of game left. I don't think that's the last turnover we're going to see today, partner.
Now ETN to start the drive. And not much there at all as he'll get this only up to about the 11. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. On play action, Lawrence. He's able to find Melton. give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll drop
nice.
Off
Circle wide open.
So he stopped for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah,
you thought
how
she was
about
getting
the
a
defense
return.
figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
No free returns. No free returns.
Here's Nick Chubb as they try to fire up this run game.
How the... Right. Give me the rock, bro.
And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Well, if these guys wanted to get back in this game, they needed an almost perfect second half. And down 3 scores, a lost fumble here certainly doesn't fit into that plan.
That reminds me of my plan in college to get an A on the papers I turned in, but that didn't work out too well either. Too many mistakes by both of us. I mean, that's just pure and simple. And that's why that's exactly where they are in this ball game. They're going to need a huge turnaround if they want to try and win this one.
And the linebacker, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah, on the tackle.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Let's try his play out. So if I'm not mistaken,
the last run got 3. Now here's
put him on a
2nd and
wheel.
7.
And then put him over. Huh.
Now Lawrence. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down at the 2. So close.
Hey, yo.
Laser. 48 yards.
That's a great job working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Patterson's kick is good. And the lead increases even further. It's 27-0 now. After that last sequence, they're sitting pretty comfortably. They force the fumble, get the field goal, and expand on that lead here in the second half.
And don't expect them to rest on their laurels after that kick either. They'll keep their effort up until the final whistle. They don't consider any lead safe.
And a good
Man, you trying. You're trying to give him something.
36. The Browns drive about to get started. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of
tight
here,
end angle.
beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear
Oh,
who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Watson. To the right
Interesting.
side, he's got Cooper. It's complete.
It's interesting that Hurden is still on my
First
field.
down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 33. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Obviously.
One quarter remains for the right to survive round one here in the AFC.
I hate him too.
Got fans.
Hit him again.
I'm in a game for real.
It's funny, but not even rendering in.
Now on 2nd and 13. Watson. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Finally moved down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the fourth quarter. That's the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I'd get the backups in there if it were me.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got the connection to Cooper. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy
Finally
of
got
the
that
20.
out route. Nice.
3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
But his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Jags are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. That interception may be the exclamation mark on what really all around.
Yeah, did you see that? Okay, I was making sure I wasn't the only one that seen
Fantastic performance. They will enjoy film session. Their grade should be very good on this one. And I think the next time the offense gets the ball, I just think about running it and getting the clock done and getting the heck out of here.
And by the way, semantics here, but
Jesus
before the
Christ.
grammar police come after me, I think it's exclamation point, not mark, right?
You're asking me? Seriously?
Yeah, you're smarter than me. Everybody knows that.
Listen, I go with what you say, my man.
Lawrence with a quick throw outside. That's complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
I hear shooting to my right.
Lawrence on 3rd down.
This direction.
And Ingram holds it in.
Hey, you shooting?
And he will have a Jaguars first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. And looking to put this game on ice in the 4th quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Another tote for Etienne. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Lawrence will throw. And that is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. It's taken to the 26. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
And that's another thing that's painted the
Bless
picture
you.
of this game overall.
Thank you.
It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops
on the
for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
They might still be on it.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
I mean, if you run the ball, you'll get it.
3rd and 2, Watson.
You're not going to run the ball. Let me get that from you,
And
cuz.
now here's another interception. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ball game, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Who's shooting like in this direction?
On 2nd down,
Where?
ETN once more.
Oh.
And some room to run now. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. And they'll go again with ETN. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
I killed the other guy on the turn.
2nd down, a run with ETN. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They give those 2 yards right back, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 10. They said beginning of the season they wanted to get...
One down, 3 to go.